Alright, welcome back. Today is Saturday, March 9th, 2024. And today, hopefully, we get these front fenders and front wheel wells on. They've been kind of hanging out for a couple weeks. I mean, the fender's been hanging out for a couple months. Over the week here, I bench bled the master cylinder, so that's done and back on the car. Probably going to bleed the brakes today. Shouldn't take long. I figure it's a lot easier with no fender, although it's doable with the front clip. So probably go ahead and knock that out. Also last night I made the transmission lines from the radiator. Used some nylon braided hose, AN fittings, went straight to the radiator. The radiator's NPT port, I don't know if it's coming up on camera. It's I believe 1/4 inch NPT to number 6 JIC or number 6 AN. Same thing to me. Go straight to the transmission. I don't know if you're able to see, but I bought a little adapter kit that also converts the output to number 6 AN. So basically it's just hose fittings. That's the plan today. Get this front clip on. I got help on the way. After that, man, I mean, you know, front bumper and, you know, start assembling. Got the grill and everything ready. That's today's plan. A little tech tip. I like to use a blue painter's tape, which with a two man working on it, I mean, you still do run the risk of chipping paint, but it's a lot safer than trying to do it by yourself. But in the event that you have to do it by yourself, I like to tape the edges with blue painter's tape, house paint tape. Tape the edge of the door, and then when it's on, you know, peel the tape off. The reason why I like the blue painter's tape is because it's not that sticky. Now, of course, these parts have been sitting and curing for months, so I'm not worried about it, and I painted it myself. And I did sand all the edges to get good adhesion on the edge, so if you were to use the yellow tape or the green tape, it's a lot stickier, and you put it on the edge, and when you peel it, you run the risk of lifting your paint. So that's why I like the blue painter's tape. If the paint job were fresh, I would still use the blue painter's tape, but then also when you're ready to peel the tape, I would use I would water, you know, spray with water, get the tape wet, then it comes right off. I use that process when hanging all the panels, doors, trunks, whatever. So hopefully by the end of the day today, this thing is going to look a lot more like a car. I haven't wet sand or buff any of this. I'm not going to wet sand or buff the wheel wells, but you guys saw the video where I painted these things. Excuse me, Raptor on the bottom side. So yeah, once I get this front clip on, I'm gonna have a lot more space in here. Looking forward to it. And then of course we got the wiring coming out. Really trimmed it down. All this is just headlight, turn signal, stuff like that. But yeah, what else? Once the fender goes on, we can put the air intake on and radiator hoses. So bring you guys back once we get set up and get going for the day. All right. We got the driver's side fender on. We didn't record anything, but we're going to try and record the passenger side. So we're putting the wheel well on the fender, and then the fender and wheel well together is one unit. Take the rim off, gives a little bit more workspace. Take the battery tray out, give it some workspace. It did fall together pretty good. Took a little bit of adjusting, a couple of shims here and there, but all it is the J clips on the wheel well, not on the fender. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's another one up under there if you wanted to replace that, but these were still good. And it went on as kind of one chunk. We worked on the gap a little bit. It's okay, it'll pass. It hadn't been wet sand or buffed. The J clips pop on here, kind of in a recessed area to accept them, and the nut on the inside of the wheel well, so that your fender goes through here. All you see is the nut or the head of the bolt. I bought a front end bolt kit from, I think, i5 Chevy, if I'm not mistaken. And it's pretty good, except one major issue is that the bolts don't have a point, which really can come in handy when trying to get these bolts started. The point kind of drives it in and then tightens it down. So driver's side is looking pretty good. We managed not to scratch a whole bunch of paint. I molded these, covered up some holes, welded up some holes and body worked them. So that was the look I'm going for. We got the front end harness right here coming out. Haven't figured out what we're gonna do with that yet, but so yeah. Guess we're ready. Maybe we'll put you up here on this table. See what we come up with here. All right. This is the wheel well. It's a little more beat up. Did a little bit of filler work on it. Not too proud of it, but it'll be all right. So you got the bolts ready?
These are like,
And we're not putting those on.
well, I mean,
No,
they
no.
used to hold it.
No, just those. Separate. So the bolts don't have a point on them. It says advertised that they're exact replicas except minus the point of the bolt, and that's really what you need.
And not the exact.
Is the point of the bolt. But we're able to work with it. You can buy, I should have bought just a regular old 64 front end kit.
Yeah. Whatever more useful.
It would have been more useful. So then you have one down here.
We got here.
You gotta chase the threads for any old rust or wrap or anything. Surprised that didn't break. There we go. Got one bolt down here on the bottom. On this, I guess that if it was broken, you would use a J clip, but it's not broken. Okay, we got this. This little Fender wheel well to Fender bracket. They're driver side and passenger side specific, so you can't get them wrong. It goes in between right here. You got that half inch? Should have waited on this one. Grab the camera. Grab it right here. Should be recording. That's the inner fender to fender bracket. this is where the pointed bolt would, you know, be awesome. I don't like how that got tight, but we'll see. You got the impact? Right there.
Yeah, hold it.
All right, tighten this. On areas that are painted, you don't want to use the impact, because then you could risk chipping the paint, especially if you didn't prep it good. So we just go by hand. And like on those bolts, like we don't want to use the impact because it's going to tighten up, it's going to chip all this paint. So just by hand. So I think we're done, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, so now we're going to slap this thing on. We got two, we got the bolts, the long bolts for the cow.
Yeah, bag number 2.
I guess these are lower fender bolts, huh? Or add a bunch of shims if you need.
Not sure.
So the kit comes with these fender decal bolts. And we go over here.
I believe some of them are for the radiator support, but you don't need them anymore.
Yeah. So one here, one up under here. So what we'll do, I think the driver's side we obviously learned a little bit. We're gonna throw this one on with the door closed.
Yeah, we'll just slide it underneath.
One bolt here, one bolt on the bottom, 2 bolts right here.
Yeah, then we'll open the door.
Then we'll open the door and fine tune it.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? The impact 916. We're not going to put any shims yet. We just want to get it in place, then we can fine tune it. Got 2 of those black bolts.
You got it. Go down to the fender.
Okay.
You want to pick it up or not?
Hold on, no, just hold it like that.
So that's what tension. That's me holding it.
Let go?
If I let go,
It didn't even move. But it can go back. It's a pretty big gap.
you sure? looks good.
It does look good.
Maybe it's the hair.
Yeah.
What, tap it?
Yeah. Okay.
That's too much. No?
No, I think that's better. We'll leave that right there. We'll put a shim here. Put a shim here. Tighten that down, and then I'll work the bottom.
Yeah, because it's got to go in as well.
The kit they provided was very generous. 2 sizes of shims, not only one.
As a matter of fact, tighten right there, man. This is perfect right now. Don't think either. No. Go ahead. Tighten.
Let me put one in. Let me
That's
get.
good.
Yeah,
You might not even need the bottom.
Huh?
You might not even need it from the bottom.
Well, it's not tight yet. Bring me one of the fat shims.
No, man. Eat it. Let me take it. What'd you do with the GoPro, man?
It's on.
Well, it's right there. Oh, okay.
What is this? This is 9/16. This is 9/16. This don't go down here.
What does it have to?
I got the half inch. Shit's falling out.
You put 2? Might not need it.
No, I don't think so. I think it's pretty tight.
Yeah, that's good. How's it open?
This one's tight.
Yeah, that one's tight when we already put the shim. These aren't, remember?
Yeah. Looks like we're good. Really squashes this weather strip. I don't like that. Yeah. I have to put some glue on that in the future. Ratchet.
What
I don't think it needs a shim right here. Just a regular ratchet.
Let me see.
We're good.
Oh, yeah.
That fit better than the driver.
Yeah.
That went smoother than the driver's side. That's it. So basically 1 bolt here with a shim, no shim there, 1 shim down low.
I mean, every application is different.
Yeah, every application is different, of course. No shims on the radiator support yet, but that might change with the hood. So now, you know what? I want to try and open this one up a little bit, man.
What now that we've got the radiator support?
Yeah. I don't know, because I loosened this and maybe you could pull the whole thing just to here. But I'm gonna get this rim back on. So Fender's on, Fender wheel well. I'm gonna throw the rim on. Of course, you still got some more bolts down here. You got one right here. You got to push this in. You got one right there, boom. One down here underneath. And then your headlight buckets. But the goal for today was just to get the fenders on. So I'm gonna wipe this thing down. We did bleed the brakes. Ran into an issue with that. Had to remake a line. Flare was bad, but we reflared it. So I guess we'll bring you guys back when we wrap this up for the end of the day.
Yeah.
Push the top button.
Yeah.
Right, so end of the day here. We got everything pretty much done that we wanted to do. We threw the intake on. We did have to do a little bit of modifying. We had to take a section out. Just made of aluminum. So debating on welding the seam here under this silicone right here, welding it, and then painting it. Bodywork painted green maybe. Fit pretty good. Like I say, after we took 3 inches out, we also had to cut a little bit on this end too to pull it away from the radiator. So it did need some modification. I think it's what, like $85 on Amazon?
Yeah.
This kit.
Not too bad.
I mean, it's all right. Like, I mean, you got all this extra hose clamp, but it fit. And the most important to me is it's parallel with the radiator right here. That's the look I was going for. So all this the radiator hose came. Got this on Amazon last night. I could post the part number. Upper radiator hose. Well, this is a LS1 water pump that comes with the CVF kit. So the radiator hose will fit. I just need some clamps for that. Need a lower radiator hose. Put some coolant. And probably top off the transmission and cap it. So I'm gonna run a cap. Well, you can't see it, but it's down there. So no dipstick. No dipstick on the transmission.
Yeah, you can't see it.
I'm gonna top it off and get it where it needs to be and then plug it. In hindsight, I wish I would have done that with the oil dipstick. Cap that too. I mean, whatever, just little things, you know. But brakes work. It took a while to bleed them when you have a brand new system. It took what, like 2 hours, you know?
Yeah.
We did it the old school way, pump it and, you know, open it and stuff like that. We don't have vacuum bleeders or anything like that.
Found leaks.
Huh?
Found leaks.
Found leaks. Had to rebend a line. I said that earlier. Had to rebend a line. Actually, right now I need to get some crush washers because we have a leak on the passenger side caliper hose. But yeah, all it lacks is a lower radiator hose, exhaust, drive shaft.
Mm-hmm.
AC later on at some point. You know, I'm not focused on that right now. But I like the way the wheel wells came out, man. We slicked them out and filled in some holes. And like I say, the damage down low, you don't even see with the battery. So we got away with that. One of these had a pretty nice dent. I don't even remember which one. I think it was this one. Had a pretty nice dent. We fixed that. But you don't see any wires. We got the headlamp, all the front end harness wires coming out right here. Gonna run all our lights and stuff.
So basically, everything that people stress about, that it's got to get perfect, you ain't even gonna see.
Right, yeah. I already have all the front end stuff, so that's probably gonna be next. Bumper and all that. Balances are in the house. But yeah, it's stuffed in there, man. There's a lot of tight clearances, but it fits. Everything fits. Hopefully these fenders don't have to come off. This passenger side fender just fell right in place, man. Like,
Yeah.
it just bam. I mean, we put that thing on in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, good
With the
caps
wheel
and
well.
everything. Yeah.
I like the extension on the A-arms, 3/4 inch, so they almost look like they're not even extended, which is the look I want. And I'm not gonna cut them down. because the transmission pin is kind of low. It's hanging below the frame, and it's a shallow pin. So, yeah, I think we're gonna weld this up. Bobby said he'll do it at his job, and either repaint it black or green. I don't know. Either way, I think it looks. Either way can go. What you think, man?
I like it.
Yeah. Of course, we got to change the bolts out here for the hood hinges and all that. That's minor stuff. Got to wet sand the hood. I mean the fenders and the door. They haven't been buffed or wet sand, so there's like nibs and stuff you see, but I don't know about that. Probably repolish the whole car once it's all said and
No, I don't even think you can see it.
done. You see little things, but real small. So man, we were able to put the front clip on without chipping anything. Oh yeah,
It's major.
except this.
What? Man, Bobby, what you do, man?
Right there. You want to explain
See?
how that happened?
Yeah, Bobby, explain how that happened, man.
Look at me.
Yo, okay.
Right there. You want to zoom in on that? But luckily, I mean, I'd rather the trim have a dent than the fender, and that's stainless, so I could hammer that out and fix that. Ain't no big deal. But man, the wheel wells, it came out nice. Like, I don't know if you'll be able to see. I can get the light inside. Hold on. We wrapped it underneath. Bodywork and paint the top. Wrapped the ugly part of the radiator support. So it's all color matched in there. Then the radiator support, like I say, it was pretty pitted. So we wrapped this, and then I paint, sand and painted this, and it kind of fades in. So the transition is, I like it. I was able to pull off saving the original radiator support, saving the original wheel wells.
Can't even tell, huh?
Yeah, it looks good. I think it looks good.
And you're not even gonna see it, man. It's gonna be covered by a grill, bumpers,
yeah.
all the nice shiny stuff.
Yeah. May or may not paint this. I don't know. I kind of like a little bit of black breaking stuff up, but there ain't nothing to paint that. So next up for this car is gonna be I gotta take it somewhere and get the exhaust, and I need to get a drive shaft made. Once that's done, then it should move on its own power, and that's a big step. So,
All right.
but in the meantime, I'll go ahead and put the grill. Oh, I did the backlights. I got them working. Well, they were working. Tail lights.
Okay.
Yeah. Turn signal should work. We're good on that. Actually, reverse light works too.
Nice.
I was surprised at that. That worked first time. You usually have to adjust the neutral safety switch. So everything works as it should. I did have to chase down some issue with the tail lights, but it was related to the wires coming out the firewall. Actually, it wasn't nothing back here. Two wires up front were touching, shorting out, and that's why the turn signal wouldn't work. Turn signals work. So back end wiring's done.
I'm gonna turn on the shop.
Yeah, compressor's back up running, so we're good with that. But man, it's starting to look like a car. Got to put the skirts on.
No, that's probably gonna be like the last thing because you still gotta lift it.
Yeah, unfortunately, like I'm itching to put them on, but I really want to put them on like one time because they're super awkward. They're big. They're expensive, and I don't want to, chip the paint on the car and put them on. So it's kind of like a two-man job. But that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll stay tuned. We'll bring you back.